We're up with the larks. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, and we're already embarking on a little odyssey, aren't we, dog? The idea today is to shoot with a slightly longer lens, so I'm out with the 80mm on the GFX, which is equivalent to about a 65, which gives me a little bit more reach, which I think is nice for a city. And what I'm hoping to do is to work in some layers, because I'm not very good at layering. So I thought it's time for me to teach myself. I was going to just bring the 80, and then I panicked and I shoved the that wide zoom I've got in the bag as well, and that doesn't weigh a great deal, so comparatively. So I think we're all set. So we're going to walk here over the downs towards Clifton, drop down to Clifton onto the River Avon, and then we'll walk along the River Avon and get a cup of coffee at Newcut, and then we'll catch the bus back. Yeah, because by then Puppy and I will be exhausted, won't we? So welcome along to another episode. It's great to have you here. I hope I can entertain you. So the shot we're waiting for here is somebody's just walking through this little bit of light. I think on the longer lens this is going to work quite nicely, but it's just a question of waiting for the right people to come along. And then while I was waiting, I turned around and noticed this, and backlit is going to work really well. So it's beautiful early morning shafts of sunlight, a little bit like this stuff going on here. And back up in Clifton, there's between the houses where the light's getting in, it's really beautiful, but it needed people. It was very much grabbed, not much time to plan. And unfortunately my old GFX 50R is not the sprightliest at grabbing focus or even turning on, so that's a problem. Nice little shot. I was particularly after these chimney pot shadows on that white wall, and there's this funny little string of flags going across as well, very Tibetan. It's a rare upright. Oh no, lens is far too long. Come on, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, a good boy. You're the good puppy. No, we're not playing that game. Come on. No, good boy. Be a good boy. Steady. Enough. No. Wait there. Good boy. So I like this, the way we've got this diagonal shadow coming into the left-hand side of the frame. This was nice and sharp, even though I shot it I think at 4.5. Let this go soft out of focus in the background. Nice big chunk of sky in there. Even though wires across here are kind of nice, but I like this composition. But you know, whenever I look at this kind of picture I think, is it pretty? Because pretty doesn't work for me, or it shouldn't work for me, and unfortunately my response is always to have a look when I see pretty, and I need to get myself out of that. I need to be more discerning. But it had some merits. So So I'm really hoping to get something out of this. I love this walkway across here, and I can let the dog off so he can have a sniff. I know we've been here before, but I'm going to keep on the north side of the docks, so at least you'll see something different. At some point I'm going to have to cross over to get to Newcut for my second cup of coffee, but let's see what we can squeeze out of this. So what's not to love about a bit of wet tarmac against the light? I just need to wait for somebody to run down here into this space. I think this is a nice shot for that really wide format, and we've got somebody coming, so I'm going to move away and get my shot. Some really nice stuff from all around here, really hard against the light, and there's there's just so much to be had from this kind of environment. A little bit of sheen coming off the wet tarmac, just amazing. And you can see these people, I don't know, they're maybe too far away to see these people walking across the bridge here. I'm going to go for that a little bit, I think, now, and we'll see where we're at. This has been good though, lots to be had from this. I really wanted this shot with somebody just stepping out of this space here. There was a little bit of light relief against the water in the background, but the problem is we've got this little bit of shadow area in the background, which is where the dock wall is. And they disappeared into that, mostly disappeared into that, so all I really could see were legs. So it didn't work. I needed to be high up, and there is no high up round here, so we're stuck. Not going to work. Do you see what I meant? Pity. Because I love all this, these lines going on here, coming towards me, and my frame was cropped below the bridge because I didn't want the traffic in it. I think this might work. Just a little bit closer, it allows me to get an entire body into the frame against the very white background, and I think this will probably work a little bit better than from a little bit further back. I just need somebody to go across the bridge for me. Everybody seems to be running around the other side. Oh. This camera's focusing just drives me insane. It hunts and it just drops out of focus when I don't want it to. Just drives me bloody mad. So what I've done is I've gone to manual focus, and that's my problem solved. Good boy. Come on over. Come on over here. Come on. Good boy. So there's such rich pickings here. I love this, the way this curved wall is picking up the light. Just need a runner to be silhouetted against that little surface. My shot has this beautiful watchtower. I call it a watchtower. I think it's the bridge control room, but it always reminds me of the Berlin Wall. And then from a very low angle, the silhouette just through here, with that in the top left-hand side of the frame, just cropping near the top of the frame, but not too tight. So yeah, this was a seriously lovely shot. This beautiful diagonal line coming through here, and then somebody running through like that, or we actually got somebody going that way. And my frame, I use the long frame, so my crop was just below the dock path and then up into this area here. So I think it was like this, so a big chunk of this lovely shadow area, which I think I'll probably work in post-production, because there's a little bit of light coming off the water that's filling in, and I want it to be a really really dark shadow area. So we're going, what's his name? Oh, there's some shadows, there's some reflections going on down here as well. These work really nice. Well, I'm going to try for that, definitely. Wow, there's so much to do, so much to do. We've got a little bit of cloud cover now, and it needs to clear away for me to be able to get this shot, but it's this here with these people in the foreground. This area is lovely, got some space in here, and where that cyclist is just walking across there, just there, that's my shot, and I think this should be nice, and there's lots of footfall, so I shouldn't have to wait too long for it. Again, if I can keep the dock out of the shot, my frame is just running up here on the right hand side and across to just inside these buildings here, across the top of these bollards. So to wait for somebody to walk right into that little space there. So I'm back on the longer lens now, because this needs to be tidier. So I think I might be able to get something. Two people over on the left hand side. Good boy, dog, good boy. Good boy. It's the sneezing freaks him out. Come on, dog. Sun's gone in. One person walking by. Just want that little bit of a red brick on the right hand side. Just keeping everything square. In a minute, here we go, quickly, quickly. And then a car. That might have worked. She was an awful long way away there. Two people would have been better, but I'll take what I can get. So we're heading down to this block of flats. You can actually walk through the middle of it, and I'm hoping this time, I couldn't get it to work last time I came down here, and I think it probably because it was flat lighting, I've no idea, but it just wasn't working. So hopefully something has changed, and we might be able to get something out of it. But I quite like it because it's like classic 80s architecture that's starting to fade a little bit now. So it should be good. Yeah, I'm having a good time. This is working out quite nicely. I'm happy with what I've been getting, and I think, you know, we're starting to get a bit more cloud now, so it's a little bit of a flatter image, but definitely some good stuff going on. This is something that I like to find every now and again. It's like bush in a pot in the middle of a concrete landscape, because it makes it look so natural, doesn't it? Dog gets in the shot. You're a clever boy, aren't you? So I'm looking for this. My frame is quite tight on these sleepers here. I'm looking for two people to walk across just like that. If we can be patient enough and not have a dog get run over. We're tantalisingly close to Newcut, and I'm looking forward to something to eat because it's now noon and I'm really hungry. Look at this nice shadow coming down here, which is great. Might be worth a shot before the sun goes up too high. I couldn't get this to work. People were too big in the frame in the foreground, and I mean, this really nice. I might try it with a wider lens, but there's a couple sitting just to the right of the crane, just here, and I'm going to shoot them across that little section of the crane. And then I'm going to swap lenses and try and get this shot. I don't like this yellow sign here. Try and get this shot, and then we're going to go for lunch, aren't we, dog? Yeah, God, right in my ear. Well, this was a nice idea, getting inside this frame here, but oh my God, it was so difficult nailing focus when people were walking by in different places, but I think I got one shot. Which is all I need, really. That was quite nice. I'm not sure if it was in focus or not for you, but I like that nice bit of graffiti on it. It's an interesting looking building. Managed to keep it clean behind. Anyway, we are now in Radcliffe, slowly getting towards where we're supposed to be. It looks like the sun's going to be in for most of the time now, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to have to adapt to that, which means a whole different way of thinking about what I'm shooting, because I can't play with the light anymore. But we're still good. We'll press on and see how far we can get. I'm getting a little bit tired, and the dog is getting a little bit bored. So we'll just keep going. So my shot was from here across to here. I actually shot it behind me across the road because I needed a little bit of space, and it was quite nice. It's a nice chunk of colour in a very neutral shot. My frame was kind of coming in here and across the top and then back down, like this guy walking through. It just made a nice picture. I mean, it's just really simple graphic shapes and lovely. Might have made a picture if it was sharp and the legs are in the right place. I hope that's the case. And I think we're going to head home because we've been out since 7:30 and it's now 2 o'clock, and I think that's more than enough time out. It's done. I think we can slowly edge our way home, get the bus. So what's the betting? Somebody walks through this shot while I'm shooting the video, and when I want to shoot the frame, there'll not be anybody for hours. But this is great. This is just as I mean, we've got these posts going down either side, but that's quite nice and uniform. But what we don't have is any signs anywhere. Okay, so now we have a complicated shot. I like these railings on the right hand side. And what I'm hoping for is somebody walking across here inside this frame here. I've got some cones in the building in the background, hopefully out of focus, and a couple of people, or one person better still, walking just in that space there. So we'll see how we get on with that. It's complicated, it's a manual focus one because I've got no idea where the people are going to be on the pavement. So we'll see what we can get. So you can see what I'm after here. I'm trying really hard to get the bus home, but it's proving incredibly difficult. So that's another episode done. Thank you very much. If you've stuck around this far, good job. That was a great day. I really enjoyed that. I really liked the picture of the girl walking across the front of the crane down by the docks. I also really liked the area when we crossed the footbridge. That was really good. That was ripe. I mean, there was so much there, and that was a lot of fun. And all in all, yeah, brilliant day. And I really loved the guy running that was really heavily backlit, and both his feet were off the ground. It was just such a sweet shot, and I was so lucky to get that. That's one of those shots where you just go, how in God's name did I manage that? And that's what's one of the really lovely things about street photography, is that you never really know what you're going to get when you set off, and when you lift a camera to the eye, you're always wondering if it's going to work out. Is it going to be good? And that's one of the delightful things about it. I think that's the big take home from today's episode. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it, and please come back for more. All right, see you later.